The controller told us that these objects had been observed for over 2 weeks, coming down from over 80,000 feet, rapidly descending to 20,000 feet, hanging out for hours, and then going straight back up. For those who don't realize, above 80,000 feet is space.
Is there a correlation between any of the characteristics of these UAPs, UFOs?
What we tend to see are the smaller vehicles tend to be, think of a sports car. The large ones tend to be, not always, but almost exclusively either triangular shape or boomerang shape.
Werewolves?
I see dead people walking around like regular people. They don't see each other. They only see what they want to see. They don't know they're dead.
The UFO, UAP community was fairly surprised. Shocked might be a better word.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human.
Do you think there is life on other planets?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I suppose there would be.
Oh, I've seen a flying saucer.
You've seen one?
Yes, definitely. At Lane Cove.
When was this?
1953.
You don't think this is a figment of your imagination?
Several other people with me saw it.
I'm not wishing that all that stay with me.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
There is now a new UFO whistleblower with some major bombshell-level statements.
There is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
This episode is brought to you by some amazing people. Tabin R., Eddie Tab, Diane Boss, Mecca Mickey, Dorothy Hawkins, Jeanette Angel, Kelly Lewis, Richard and Fern Harrison, Linda Liu, Dave Wright, Nathan from The Quantum Show, Jay Grove, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, Enzo Cyril, Lisa B., Gary T., Moon at Noon, Aaron's Energy 313, T-Bone, Marcel Gouffonian Metalhead, KC, Welcome to the Show, Janine Hollis, Cloudwalker, Alien Bug, Brian L., Shelley Montgomery, Prepper 88 M Wife Patriot, and Blue Crossroads. And a special thank you to all of our subscribers on YouTube, Spotify, and now over on Rumble. If you wish to support the podcast, you can hit that join button below and to become an Eyes to That Sky member. Or if you want to join our Patreon or to provide other support, the links are below in the show description. But now, on with the show. Welcome to the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast, where we explore the unexplained and mysterious phenomena that have occurred throughout the state of Michigan and beyond.
From UFO sightings to ghostly encounters, we delve deep into the stories, the evidence, and the theories behind these strange events.
We are your hosts. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Wayne.
We are an educator duo that after an encounter with a triangular UFO in 2018 in Michigan, we decided to investigate UFOs and the paranormal. In this podcast, we will be speaking with eyewitnesses, experts, and researchers to uncover the truth about some of the most intriguing cases of paranormal activity in and around Michigan.
Our goal is not to convince anyone of the existence of these phenomena, but rather to provide a platform for discussion and exploration. So, buckle up and join us on this journey down the paranormal rabbit hole.
On an escalator.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
Hey everyone.
I see we got some people watching on this quick emergency broadcast. So yeah, it's not going to be our typical show tonight. We just wanted to jump on here for a few minutes. So Rick Davis, we see you're watching. We got like 12 viewers right now, 11 viewers. So that's fine. Hey Nathan, how are you, man? You're at work listening. Cool. To everybody out there in YouTube land and soon to be up on Rumble and over on Spotify and all the podcast stuff here. So Michelle and I got some pretty sad news on Friday. Found out after work that her father, my father-in-law, passed away on Friday morning, about 10 o'clock in the morning. And so we're dealing with the kind of the backlash of all that. So the show tonight is really just us coming on here to let you guys know that there won't be really a show tonight. And we're going to be in Kentucky for the funeral and everything else.
Next weekend.
Yeah,
so
next
we'll be
weekend.
back the following week.
Yep. So
right now we're just dealing with getting the ducks in a row and trying to, I don't know, wrap my head around this one. He lived a long life.
He did live a long life. He was 98 years old, 1 month away from being 99 years old. So, hey, Gary, good seeing you. Hey, T-Bone, good seeing you. Thank you for the prayers, man. Yeah, we knew Michelle had a feeling that things were going downhill. He started having issues with his balance and falling and things like that. Thank you, Carol. We appreciate it. So
Nathan, I'm telling you, I freaked Wayne out last Sunday.
So I wanted to get into that for a minute. So those of you who saw, hey, Slimeball TV, well, you've showed up on a weird episode tonight.
On an off night, a really off night.
A real off night. But
Slimeball TV is probably one of my students. I bet you.
Probably. But just so you guys know, last weekend before the show started, Michelle looked over at me and said she could feel her dad reaching out to her, trying to communicate. She was trying to communicate with him because she was like, I don't want to freak you out. Right? And I don't want to, right? You just like, you were freaking me out.
It was just a heaviness. I felt just like a heaviness around me.
Yeah. But if anybody watched our show previous with Brian Bowden, I think Brian Bowden, Bowen, something like that. I can't remember his last name now. But if you watched that show, you saw that Michelle has some pretty good abilities for remote viewing and things. And so anyways, we had to kind of scrap the show for tonight and for next weekend. So that's kind of what the sad news and things are. So Shell Shock, thank you for the kind words.
That name is how I feel still. Yeah. My heart's just not in it tonight. So I had told Wayne that he could go on and do a show, but I was just going to kind of be in the background trying to get everything together.
Yeah, and it's been so crazy around here since Friday, and I'm trying to keep Michelle busy. She's got enough to keep her busy.
Rick, I bet Dad was uh always talking about going home, and home to him was heaven.
Yeah.
So we're the
Very
heaven
devout,
that he
religious
perceived.
man. A very good dude. Lived a long time. I mean, 98 years on this planet, and he was pretty spry and strong up into just a few months ago when he had a fall and he broke his hip. Of course, he didn't think he was not able to lift up some water and take it down some stairs, and fell, down a couple stairs into his garage. And luckily somebody was there with him, but he had been living on his own and
Yeah,
still,
this time last year I was making travel plans to go spend
yeah,
Thanksgiving with him
yeah. So
while he was in recuperating from the hip surgery.
Gary says, let me,
Both of you should take the time you need.
yeah, let
We
me
will
pop
be
that
here
up
when
here
you get
because that's
back.
important.
Like I said, we'll be back in a couple weeks. We're going to be out of town, laying my father to rest.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll be back.
He passed away in South Carolina, and so they'll be transporting him up to Kentucky where her mother is buried, and they have a dual plot where they're gonna, spend the rest of their time together. So yeah, it's
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and get off camera, guys.
okay.
So.
All right. So yeah, everybody. So that's kind of the deal with everything going on. The emergency notice and things. But we should be back on the 17th of November. I don't know who the guest will be yet. We're still working on that. The 22nd of November will be my surgery. So I got that going on. And then on the 29th, I'll be over on Spaced Out Radio as a guest in my sling and everything. So, yeah. So once again, everybody, we're sorry, but we wanted to jump on here and let everybody know as soon as possible what was going on. And, yeah, I don't want you guys to think we podcast faded or anything like that. It's a passing in the family, so kind of a big deal. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by, the almost 20 of you that are watching. Again, we appreciate your condolences and the prayers and the positive energy. We're going to need it over the next week as we get things ready to leave school for a while and go down and stay with family and all that stuff. But yeah, so anyways, guys, just want to say thank you. Hey, Ghost Dragon, thank you, sir. Good seeing you. Yeah, we love you and Gemma as well. And yeah. Again, we really appreciate you guys. T-Bone, everything that you've done with the super chats and the gift memberships, all that stuff helps keep us all going. So, but we'll see you on the 17th and be looking to see who that guest is going to be. But for now, everybody, remember, don't stop. Don't ever stop. And keep those eyes to the sky. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.